If you guys like my raw, unfiltered opinions, that's all this video is. This is going to be a rant because I have some feedback that I'm going to need to take, open up the mouth of Blizzard, and shove right down the throat because there is a problem in this game. I have never wanted to quit this game more than last live stream that we had just a couple days ago. In fact, I had like a meltdown on live stream. I could not believe how aggravating it was. Just watch my reaction here and we're gonna break down what's going on. Offense 5 games in a row. See this? I'm done. I'm not playing PvP again. I think I'm officially, like I literally think I'm officially never playing PvP again in this game. I mean, it's 5 matches in a row on offense. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was a balanced game, but it's not. From the beginning, 30% chance to win or whatever. It's like, dude, it is the biggest dog shit matchmaking I've ever seen in any PvP game. If you are somebody who has been playing PvP since the launch of this game, I have more respect for you than the average firefighter. You are choosing to run into a burning building every single day of your life, and I do not understand how people are still doing this. The matchmaking for PvP is an actual joke in this game, and if I had been doing more PvP the entire time the game's been out, then I would have already been this level of tilted. But I started doing PvP more because I thought, hey, why not? It will be fun. Let's try it out. And the matchmaking system, if I was not a content creator, getting 5 matches in a row on offense where my win rate is like 40% or whatever it is, just because it's the most unbalanced map. If you're on defense, all you have to do is get 55 kills. That is way easier than pushing all the way to the heart. You have an objective on attack, and on defense, your only objective is don't let them do the objective by actually getting kills. Well, in a game where everyone dies in half a second, when you blink, your entire team dies from a beam you literally can't even see fucking anyway, then the PvP matchmaking feels terrible, absolutely terrible to play. I don't know how else to put this. More and more like me every day. Dude, I'm telling you, it's like, why would I even try to be competitive? Why would I even try? You can queue 5 times into offense. And look, I'm literally not even ranting about pay to win, like at all. This has nothing to do with resonance or people buying normal gyms or whatever. So be it. I mean, that's been covered so many times, it's beating a dead horse. I am only talking about the objective fact that a map in a competitive mode, if it is unbalanced, ruins the integrity of the game before the match literally even starts. You can be in the lobby waiting for the doors to open and already hate yourself. It doesn't even matter who's on your team. And that right there is a quitting moment. Like, I've had going to pitting legendary crest and getting something I don't want. Okay, I've had bad luck in the game and all that. That's fine. I've had great luck in the game, but I have never hit a moment that was so frustrating that it made me want to just be like, okay, I'm putting the game down. I don't care anymore. I've never had that moment hit me in Diablo Immortal until I queued into matchmaking when I'm just trying to have fun. I'm literally not even caring if I win or lose. It's not about, oh, I lost, I'm angry I lost. It's about the fact that before the match even begins, it doesn't feel like a real match because it's just putting you on offense over and over and over and over and over again. And yes, I could go and I could rant about the fact that, hey, one side of the team gets way more resonance than the other, and that's terrible matchmaking. I could rant about the fact that people cancel queues all day long. You have to wait 18 hours. There's a million other things I could rant about. That's not even what bothers me. It is literally the fact that the map is so completely unbalanced that what determines the wins almost more than literally anything is if you're on offense and defense, which is so stupid. And the thing is, I understand winning doesn't even matter because rank is basically a participation trophy that you receive just by playing the game. You can get to legend rank by being low resonance. You can get to legend rank with a losing win rate. In fact, right now in the top 3, a top 3 player literally has 47% win rate, 44%, 46, 43. Win rate doesn't even matter. Look at me, I got 26. It keeps putting me on offense. Can't win a game to save my life, right? So it's literally doesn't even matter if you win or lose. So it shouldn't annoy you. But what annoys you is when you play the game, it doesn't feel like a real game. It's like you pick up a pool stick to play somebody else and he takes 3 of the balls, puts them in the pocket and goes, now let's start. It's like, dude, you don't get to have an unfair, massive advantage before we even talk about pay to win and all that, and then expect people to actually legitimately enjoy the game. I mean, if you've played any competitive games, the competitive games I come from are like League of Legends, okay? So in League of Legends, even the small bit of map difference between like Baron and Dragon was enough to influence win rate in the games. And it's a mirrored map that have the same objective. Only one team has an objective to complete, and the other one just has to have it not happen by getting 55 kills. There's also there's both a death and a time limit for only one of the teams. In fact, win rate doesn't matter so much. In the top 10 right now, okay, at least for my leaderboard, in the top 10, 4 of them have a losing win rate. Let's just pick some random other thing. Okay, here's Wizard. Let's see, Wizard. In the top 10, there's 2 of them with a losing win rate in the top 10. Let's go Barbarian. In Barbarian, the rank 4 person has a 39% win rate. The rank 5 has a 40%. Like, the wins literally don't even matter for the rank anyway, okay? But you're forced into actually doing PvP if you want to actually have the badges at all, because if you look at the badges, the way you get these points is a lot of this is literally just spamming battlegrounds over and over and over again. I think it was Leva in the video that said you have to do an average of like 4 battlegrounds a day or something like that if you want to be able to get the top ranked badges at this point in the game. Like, I don't care if I win or lose, but I care if I get on offense or defense, which doesn't make any sense, I know. But when I log in and it's like, hey, I'm on offense, I already know that it is way more difficult than if we had queued in the defense. And if you play a lot of PvP, you know what I'm talking about. And the really annoying part about it is, how do you salvage that? I mean, the only other thing I can think, okay, is you split the teams up instead of 8v8 or whatever. You split them up. You got 4, okay, that are pushing one way as attack, and you have 4 there defending, and you literally have 2 of the maps, and the team that makes it first actually ends up winning, okay? You have 2 of the same maps, and both teams have the same objective, because there is, and that way you just duplicate it, and maybe you can save the PvP, because there is no way that you can somehow balance this map. It is a one-sided objective that one side has a massive advantage on. And yes, we could increase the amount of kills until we hit the sweet spot. I guess you could do all that. But it's like, in these competitive PvP games, you guys can't have these different objectives. This isn't Rainbow Six Siege or something, or Search and Destroy for CSGO, where you swap sides. You don't. Okay, maybe if you beat it, then you swap sides, and the other person has to beat the other record. Okay, but we didn't do that with it. It's just the first, if you make it, you win. You don't make it, you lose. Like, there is no comeback mechanic. There is no way to balance the fact that offense and defense have this massive disparity, which makes people not want to do it, because before the match even starts, you feel terrible for queuing into, or at least I feel terrible. Okay, I don't know. If I queue in and I hit offense 5 times in a row, I'm going to not want to do more PvP. That's just the way it goes. And yes, I've had huge strings of getting a defense in a row too. That also doesn't feel very fair. The reign before this one, we had like a 78% win rate or something stupid, because it would literally not stop putting me on defense, and I'm running around going 0-10, winning every game. Like, it doesn't make sense from an algorithm matchmaking perspective, okay? It doesn't make sense before we even talk about pay to win, etc. And that has frustrated me more than anything, because at least when you are fighting against whales who have spent 10 times what you have spent, or if you're free to play and you beat a whale, there is some pride in winning a difficult accomplishment. You're like, I'm a whale hunter. I defeated a whale because of my skill, my knowledge, my grind, my abilities, whatever it is, your build, whatever it is that you figured out to actually be able to defeat. Maybe you rode Crusader and you're just doing really good with the Conjuring of Light shields. Maybe you have low resonance, but you're making sure you don't die on offense. There's ways to do it, okay? But when you queue in and your battle and you're on offense 10 times in a row, and let's say you're free to play, okay, you're not fighting against a person, you're fighting against a coin flip. And when you fight against something that is immutable and is not an actual human being that you can try to defeat, it's literally just the flip of a coin, there isn't this sense of pride and accomplishment after you defeat it, because you didn't defeat anything, and neither it's just handed to you. It's like a guy spawning in front of you in Call of Duty and you have a gun, okay? He spawns in front of your gun, you pull the trigger, he dies. You're not going to feel good for that kill, you got handed the kill. And that's what PvP in this game feels like. That's what it feels like to me.